So we're going to be back here in another rebuild. This time we're going to be taking on the Jets here. And in my opinion, they are the worst team in Madden. I mean, come on, look at this. Just look at it. I mean, you're going to have Robbie Anderson, and I believe his third or fourth year out of Temple. Actually, his second year. So he's in his third, I believe. You're going to have Jermaine Kearse. He's getting up there in age. Quincy Enunwa could emerge here. You're going to have Sam Darnold, of course, who's going to be your first-round draft pick that they picked up. He's going to be a scheme fit, which is nice. Whole offensive line needs rebuilt. You need a tight end. We're going to be running that West Coast scheme. Defensive, we're going to be a 3-4. Not a lot of pieces. We picked up Tremaine Johnson, who didn't get a great overall, to be honest. He's only an 82 overall. They paid him a lot of money. And he's decently old, so that's going to be rough there. You did pick up Avery Williamson, who is one of the best middle linebackers for last year from Pro Football Focus. He was up there. He's got great abilities here. I really am going to like him as a linebacker. Then you obviously have the very talented Jamal Adams, who's going to be a monster. And then May. So your safety core is pretty much set here. Jordan Jenkins. I like Jordan Jenkins as a pass rusher. He's going to have decent finesse move. And he might be able to develop into something. He's the number 11 ranked left outside linebacker, which is decent. He's only 24, so we'll see if he can't develop into something good for us. But we're going to have a rough time trying to rebuild this team. But let's go ahead and try and do it. I'm going to set our season goal here. I think we can realistically go for 8 wins. I think Sam Darnold gets a big year this year, and he's going to get some upgrade points. But that's going to be it here for the team check-in. Alright, so I actually did throw Jermaine Kearse up on the trade block. I know he's pretty good, but since we're going long-term here, I feel like we're not going to get great till the 4th or 5th year. And that's probably when he's going to start declining the most. So I figured, why not try and get a draft pick for Jermaine Kearse here? I'm wondering if I would like it. I probably want a draft pick this year. New England is willing to give me a second round this year, that's a pretty good deal. I'm not looking for future picks. I'm looking for picks this year. And so we're going to accept this New England deal. We're going to give Tom Brady another weapon to see what he can do before he likely retires. So we will accept that. We're going to have a few more picks for this year, and I feel like that's going to help us out to try and maybe build this team through the offseason. Back here at midseason, not a surprise, we're 2-6 here. I did not expect to do well. I am a little worried though about this rebuild in total because, gosh, we just aren't good really anywhere. We just don't have any position that stands out. Maybe you could say Robbie Anderson, maybe Jamal Adams at strong safety, but other than that, Leonard Williams, we have a lot of work to do. Just wanted to bring that up there just to let you guys know that I'm a little scared. I hope I'm able to win a Super Bowl this time. I am trying the cloud franchise. Maybe that'll make a difference in that glitch that I have where I can't seem to run the ball in the sim. But Robbie Anderson, so we're looking at re-signings here. He's a guy we're going to want to bring back. He's going to be a speedster. He's only 25. Should be able to last the whole rebuild. Quincy Enunwa, I want to see what kind of year he has, because if anything, he can be a nice slot guy for me. But we'll see what kind of year he's going to have for us. Daryl Roberts, not a lot of people here I'm actually going to want to bring back. A lot of these contracts, I'm actually going to get money for not re-signing them because they have pretty decent deals going on right now. But yeah, the top two I would say is going to be Quincy Enunwa and Robbie Anderson for the re-signings. So we did not make the playoffs. Not a surprise again. I did not expect to make the playoffs. Did we sign Davis Webb? We did. We had him on our practice team, I guess. Finished 5-11, which is decent for our team. Let's go ahead and upgrade our players. Sam Darnold's going to come in with 3 upgrade points. Hoping I can keep him scheme fit and just get him upgraded. Because when he starts upgrading, this team is just going to start rolling, bro. And that's exactly what I'm looking for here. Just want to get Sam Darnold upgraded enough where he can manage the game for us. He's got that star development. That's what I'm looking for. Very nice accuracies, short and medium. Okay, he's our quarterback right now. No controversy at all. Robbie Anderson is going to come up with an upgrade point, though. So let's go ahead and upgrade his possession stat here. So I like the scheme we're in. I guess we're in a West Coast zone run. So we're going to want possession receivers. Good thing Quincy Enunwa is just got scheme fit. He just got the scheme fit, which is a very nice thing to happen for us. That's going to help us out a lot, and probably that's going to want us to keep him there. Not going to bother with the offensive linemen or that tight end, because I probably won't keep any of them. Leonard Williams is going to come up with one. Probably our best defensive players, up there with Jamal Adams. What is his ratings looking like? I just want to get him finesse move. I just want to make him a ferocious pass rusher from the interior side. And he's got 2 finesse. Other than that, we just don't have a lot of upgrades. Marcus May has a few upgrades, and that our safeties are probably going to be our best defensive playmakers altogether, because they're pretty fast as safeties, and then Jamal Adams can just do it all. You know, if you need him to play zone, man, tackle, hits, he can do it all. He's an elite player already, coming into his his second year, I believe, the end of his second year. And he's heading into his third, so let's go ahead and see what stats he had for the year after we're done upgrading our players here. He's already up to an 89 overall. That's outrageous. And he's got great stats all around. Avery Williamson has an upgrade here. Go ahead and upgrade his field generalness. You know, we need a good field general out there to lead the defense. Darren Lee is going to be a question mark for me. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's one of the fastest linebackers here. 87 speed. Yeah, that zone coverage, though, is just not going to work out. But I do love his speed as a speed rusher there. Speed rusher Jordan Jenkins. I'm not going to get his power rusher to a scheme fit, I believe, because it's so far behind. So I'm just going to upgrade his abilities to see what he can do. Let's go ahead and get into the stats here. Patriots finished 10-6, which is a little bit of a surprise. Finished 12th and out. Wow. Oh my God. Sam Darnold, 4,600 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. A monster year for him. And we didn't even have Curse. We traded Jermaine Curse, bro. That's what you want to see. That's a franchise quarterback for you. Not great rushing the ball at all. And I mean, freaking Sam Darnold led the team here. How does freaking Josh McCown have a few rushing attempts? That's a little weird. Receiving the ball, though, Quincy Enunwa had 111 receptions, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. I'd say that earned him another contract extension. Robbie Anderson coming in with 92 receptions, 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. Tomlinson, who's not a great receiving tight end, has 8 touchdowns. And, I mean, you can see Sam Darnold's doing this with not a lot of talent at the wide receiver position. So once we get him some, it's gonna be nasty. And you can see the sacks. They weren't as bad as I thought they would be, but 14 still is not great. Defensively, though, Avery Williamson leads the team in tackles, our free agent acquisition that they did. And then Darren Lee has 106. I like his speed there. Jamal Adams with 80. What about sacks? 12.5 by Jordan Jenkins. That's what I like to see from him. He was definitely a player I was looking forward to see what he could do. Josh Martin, who, I mean, I don't know. He's not that great of a pass rusher. Leonard Williams has 5. Henry Anderson, 4. So, interceptions-wise, what do we have? 6 by Adams. Jesus, bro. Morris Claiborne with 3. This team is doing great. I can't wait to get him a little bit of talent on this team. So, that's going to be it here for the stats at the end of the season. Let's go ahead and get into free agency and see if we can't get our franchise QB, Sam Darnold, some weapons to have another monster year going into his second year. So we are here in free agency. I'm actually not going to offer anybody a contract here. Here's my negotiations. As you can see, there are 0 people. There's not a lot of people I'm interested in. I always get Trevor Williams, so I really don't want to do that. I always want to go after Jonathan Hankins, but the Redskins or the Dolphins always offer like some outrageous contract. I can't even imagine what that would be offered. It says 34/4 would be fair. I'd have to imagine they're offering him like 50 or some shit like that. But yeah, other than that, this free agent class is not the best, as you can see here. Definitely could do a little better. CJ Anderson would be fun, but yeah, there's not a lot of people that I'm really looking to get in this free agency period. So let's go ahead and get into the draft. All right, so we're going to be in the first draft here for the Jets. Let's go ahead and see. I wasn't able to get anybody in free agency, so we'll see what happens here. I just want to see if I was to trade away my pick, what I would be able to get here. Does anybody want to trade very close to my pick that I'm picking here? Cincinnati, the Vikings are willing to give me a first and a second to move up. That's a pretty good deal. And I think I'm going to have to accept that. That's this year as well. Oh, no, that's a... Oh, if I would have accepted that, I would have been heated. Cincinnati's willing to give me a number 10 overall pick. I'm tempted to accept that, to be honest, because there's not a lot of real early talent that I'm looking for. So I am going to accept this deal from Cincinnati. We're going to move down to the 10th spot. We're going to get a few extra picks, and we'll see what happens here. There was some good prospects for sure. Okay, the wide receiver I wanted did get taken. Oh, no, he didn't. Holy shit, he's still available. Is the left? Yeah, the left tackle was gone. What about the cornerback that I wanted? He's gone as well. So it looks like we are going to go wide receiver here. We're going to go red zone threat. Look at those stats. He ran a 4.5. A+ spec catch. B+ release. B+ catching. And he's going to be quick development. 81. So he's third in true talent. We just moved back. Got some more picks. And he's almost already scheme fit. That's a monster for you. 86 speed. Woo! That is disgusting. That's a huge pick. That's a superstar right there. So now we can just try to develop our team a little bit in this draft. We are going to have a few more picks since we accepted that with Cincinnati. I believe we got a 3rd round for that. So let's see what I'm interested in this running back. He doesn't go till the 5th though. There's a tight end I'm looking for. This tight end is not bad, but he did not run real fast. Any offensive lineman I should be interested in. That guy's a pretty good right guard, if we're being honest here. What about ends? What do we got here? Defensive tackles, not really anybody of need. I think I'm going to have to roll with that right guard because he looks pretty good. I know he's not a scheme fit, but he looks like he's going to be a solid guard. He's going to be a 75 overall. Not what I was hoping for, but good overall stats. I like that as a guard right there. Not an agile guard, but he can do what he needs to do to get around. Okay. What do I want? What do I want? I do need a tight end here. I'm looking for this tight end, to be honest. With that B+ catch in traffic, that's a nice... Ooh, this guy. He has late 3rd round talent. We need a center very badly, so keep that one in mind there. What about ends? I do need a nice end for us. This guy is going to be number 2 in... That's a pretty decent stat line. I'm going to draft him. He's going to have normal development. We did reach a little bit. He has great strength. So we'll see how he pans out. Let's go ahead and advance forward here. Okay, so now we're at the 3rd. This is where things are going to start getting a little hairy for us because there's a few people I do want. Shit. We have a few 3rd round picks, to be honest here. I'm going to have to roll with this center first of all because I need a center very badly. That's decent. I don't know why he's rated so lowly. Probably awareness, I would have to say, but that's going to be a decent center for us. Let's go ahead and skip to our next pick here. What do we want to go with now? Who's on my draft board here? We have a right end. Let's go ahead and roll with the tight end I was looking for. I know it might be a little bit of a reach. I just want to make sure I get him. And he's gonna be a little bit of a good pick for us. He's not gonna be fast at all, but he's gonna have 86 catch in traffic. And I just want to give Sam Darnold a reliable target. All right, man, how many picks do we have? Holy shit. All right, we're almost out of picks. I mean, I was about to be like, that's a little out of hand. This guy is going to be taken early 5th. So we do have an early 4th, so I feel like I can get him with that pick. Is there anybody else that I want to take? I do need a left guard, and we can probably invest in one here if we're being honest. This guy's going to be 18th in bench. This guy's going to be 5th. He's actually pretty agile, to be honest. This guy... see, we have that agile fit. I just don't feel like those bench reps are going to be good for me. Man. I'm going to roll with it, though. We're going to roll with the agile lineman, and it says he's a good pick. 83 strength. We'll probably move him over to left guard. Let's go ahead and get to our pick here. I was worried because I thought that was our 4th round pick. So let's go ahead and take the running back that I was pretty high on here. Not great strength or speed, but he's going to be a 74 overall. He's going to have quick development. He's going to maybe be able to develop. I might start him at the running back position. He's not going to have great, really juke or spin. It's just going to be a good runner, I guess. Then let's get to our 5th round pick here. I know this draft is going on a little while here. We're still a little... Do need a defensive tackle for sure. Is there any defensive tackles left that are of any goodness? This guy's going to have a 6.4 combine. This guy's going to have... I'm going to roll with this guy. All right, that's going to be it for the combine here, and he's going to be pretty decent for us. I mean, that's going to be it for the draft. Unless there's a gem, I'll show you guys. But other than that, I'll see you guys at the start of the 2nd season. So we're going to be back here at the start of Season 2 here, or Year 2. So Sam Darnold actually upgraded pretty well from the 1st year. I like that. We're going to start Bridges, the rookie. Porter looks to be a superstar, the wide receiver. Got pretty late in the draft. I traded Cincinnati, got a few more picks, and we got Porter. He's going to be a red zone threat. He has 86 speed, but he's going to be a monster. Quincy Enunwa is going to be a good slot guy for us, but I do have Porter playing the slot because you seem to get a lot more XP doing that, so I want to get him as much as possible. Interiorly, we are a completely new offensive line, new faces everywhere on the interior side. Wasn't able to draft any tackles this draft. That's probably going to have to be dealt with next draft. That's still very concerning to me. We did get a tight end that I think should be able to make some tough catches for Sam Darnold. Defensively, we were able to get Gilberry in the draft, and he might be able to be our left end for us. Leonard Williams is obviously going to be here throughout the whole rebuild. Marshall is just kind of a pick I had to make because I had no defensive tackles. Cornerbacks are still questionable. I had to sign Steven Nelson. Safeties are going to be the same. Linebackers, I actually found this guy in the free agents. I didn't have any right outside linebackers, so I had to pick him up. He is going to be Long Nielsen, and he might actually develop into something. Looking at his stats, they're not bad. I mean, they're pretty decent, actually. He's got decent power moves, decent finesse move, and decent strength, so this free agent signing could actually end up being a starter on our team and develop into something pretty good. Other than that, I do like our defense. It's starting to get up there. Cornerbacks are still very questionable. Let's go ahead and set our season goal. I'm going to go for 8 wins again. I think we improve a little bit this year, and I think Sam Darnold has another big year. Well, yeah, I guess I jinxed myself because we're 1-6, so we regressed quite badly, it looks like. I'm not sure how, because we improved quite drastically, I would have to say, but that's a little unfortunate. We are last in the division, so that's okay. That's a little tough. That's a little freaking tough, if you know what I'm saying. We're going to have to re-sign Leonard Williams. Definitely want to get that deal done. He's our best player on defense, I would have to say. Jordan Jenkins, I want to bring him back. I feel like he's going to be a good pass rusher for us. Other than that, there's really not. Well, maybe Darren Lee, I guess. I might bring back Darren Lee for a middle linebacking role across from Avery Williamson. I would like to do that. Other than that, not a whole lot of contracts. So we're going to have a lot of cap again in free agency, especially since we did not sign anybody in free agency. We should have a lot of cap here and should definitely be able to get these players re-signed. So we unfortunately did not make the playoffs here, but we finished 4-12, which is not great. We definitely, it says we regressed from last year. That's tough. So go ahead and get these upgrades done, though, real quick. Sam Darnold is going to have 2 more upgrade points, and he's already in the 80 overall range. And he's definitely improving quite rapidly, which I definitely like. He's going to be the main reason if this team does well, why they are doing well. He's going to have to take control. Our running back has 1 upgrade points. Let's go ahead and upgrade his elusiveness a little bit. And he gets some decent upgrades. Our receivers, no offensive line upgrades, which is definitely not what I would have wanted to see there. Go ahead and upgrade Robbie Anderson. He's going to be a big part of the rebuild as well. So is this Gordon Porter, though. Hopefully I can get him scheme fit. That would be quite ideal for me. Please. No. Come on, dude. I have 1 more upgrade. Please get scheme fit. Okay. And we get it. We get the scheme fit with him. Already up to an 83 overall. Quick development. And look at those stats, bro. I might make him my #1 receiver because that's some outrageous stats right there just for catching traffic alone. Quincy Enunwa comes up with 1 upgrade point as well. So let's go ahead and upgrade his possession. And we're going to have a nice receiving core. That's by far going to be our best position on the team. All right, Leonard Williams is going to have an upgrade point. Let's go ahead and just upgrade him. Get him back to scheme fit, which should be nice there. Steven Nelson is going to have an upgrade point, and I actually signed him in free agency. He's going to be a cornerback I might look to re-sign because I like him as a slot cornerback quite a lot. Oh my god, why is his head so big? That can't be real. Oh no, I picked... So Steven Nelson, that's not... I don't think that's his face scan, but that guy's head is pretty big for his body. It's a little weird. Jamal Adams, though, is going to come up with 3 more upgrade points. He should get into that elite range of safety overalls. And he's going to be a freaking monster to deal with. He's definitely going to be the best player on this defense. He's going to be a rangy safety. His man coverage is upgrading. Oh my, look at that, bro. Jordan Jenkins gets an upgrade point. Like to see that. Let's go ahead and upgrade his finesse moves. Definitely want to get him able to rush the passer and be quite good at it. Darren Lee has an upgrade point. Upgrade him. I'm hoping he can upgrade to be a great linebacker along with Avery Williamson, because they're both probably going to be here for the long haul, to be honest. Avery Williamson says he's an 84, but when his confidence gets back up, he will be up in the 85 range. Get that 80 overall right there. Actually 81, because his confidence is down a little bit. I guess I'd be a little down on my confidence after going 4-12, you know. Who wouldn't be? Passing, Sam Darnold still doing his thing here. 4,200 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 picks. Down on the completion rating, 58%. You'd have to probably accumulate that to the offensive line. Oh my, he got sacked 51 times. A running back didn't do great. 238 yards, 238 attempts, 700 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3% average. He fumbled no times. Receiving the ball, Gordon Porter led the team in receptions with 97. He also had 1,100 yards and 6 touchdowns. Carey, our tight end, had 80 receptions, which I like to see. I would hope Sam Darnold was going to go to him, and he has 800 yards. Quincy Enunwa with 78 receptions, 956 touchdowns. Robbie Anderson with 75 receptions, 784 yards, 5 touchdowns. So pretty decent there in those categories. Tackles definitely allowed the most sacks. That's going to have to be addressed this offseason. Defensively, oh wow, Steven Nelson led the team in tackles as a cornerback. Then Darren Lee, Avery Williamson. I mean, yeah, looking to bring back Steven Nelson for nothing else than just a slot cornerback. He would be nasty there. Sacks, what are we looking like? 8 sacks by Leonard Williams, 7 sacks by Jordan Jenkins. Darren Lee with 4.5. Did our right outside linebacker have anything? It does not look like it. Interceptions, what do we have? 3 by Rashard Robinson. Man, he's up for free agency this year. That leaves me with a lot of question marks. You can't tell me, though, that players do not get... I think they get like an overall boost without it saying in their contract year, because it always seemed to play better when their contract year is that year. But that's going to be it here for the stats. So let's go ahead and get into the free agency period and try to spend some of this money, if you know what I'm saying. So going ahead and taking a look at free agency, Gronkowski is available. And you know I'm going to try to hit him up. Are you kidding? If we pair him and Sam Darnold together, this offense may be unstoppable with Robbie Anderson, the superstar wide receiver we drafted, Quincy Enunwa. That'd be nasty. Then I'm going after Yannick Ngakoue. If I'm able to land him, what I'm planning on doing is actually moving him to right outside linebacker, and that would be a ferocious pass rush if we're able to get him. And then Sheldon Rankins I'm looking to try to go for here. Would love to try to get him as a defensive tackle. He'd be a nice run stopper, and he can still get to the passer. So let's go ahead and see if we're going to be able to land these juicy free agents. I'm glad I saved my money for this year, bro. And Ngakoue accepts it, and Gronkowski accepts it. Those were the 2 most important ones to me. That's going to be big for us. That is going to greatly improve our team drastically. And I'm excited to see what happens in year 3, bro. That's insane that the Patriots let Gronk go. And we get him, and then Yannick Ngakoue is a fearsome pass rusher. So let's go ahead and get into the draft, because we're also going to have a high pick, remember, because we went 4 and 12, so we might really end up with a great team after this offseason. Alright, so we are going to be here in the draft. We're going to have the number 1 pick. So who are we going to select here? Let's go ahead and take a look. I have options. Let's go ahead and say that. This left end, I know I need offensive line. I know it's going to be very important, but this guy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pass him up. B+ power move. That's going to be high 80s. Look at that combine, bro. And you can see here for the offensive lineman, I'm not going for interior. I mean, there is a left tackle, but he's not that good at strength, to be honest. I can find a pretty good pass protector in the 3rd who has higher bench. And then when you check here at the right tackle, I can find some good guys late. So to be honest, I think I'm going to take a left end, make our defense ferocious. I would go cornerback, but as you can see, not any cornerbacks of my likings there. So let's take the power rusher out of Auburn. 21 years old. What is he going to be? He's going to have quick development, a little bit of a reach. 80 overall, though. Altogether, he is going to be kind of another Leonard Williams, to be honest. Almost the same skill set. So that's definitely, I'll take it. A little bit of, I mean, you could say it's a little bit of a reach, but we'll see. We'll see what kind of production he'll bring us in the in NFL. We'll see. With our 2nd overall pick, definitely want to go offensive line here. My pass protector still available, which he is. I know it won't be a scheme fit, but I'd rather have a good pass protector than just an agile lineman for my tackle. Late 3rd, what do we have for picks? I don't know if I want to wait that long for him. He's pretty good. I'm going to draft him. And he's going to be a pretty decent pick for us. He's going to have 87 strength. He's going to be the pass protector we need. Hopefully he can develop into a franchise left tackle for us. That'd be key. And then we're just going to start going probably a little more offensive line here. Oh my, how did this quarterback fall this far? That's a little bit outrageous. No backs available that I would like. I can't believe we got Gronk. Can you believe that? We got Gronk. Right tackles. There is a few that I would like to choose from. Early fourth, that guy, or this guy is a pretty good one. To be honest, I'm leaning towards this guy. He's going to have better impact block, and he's going to be a great pick. 32nd ranked. He's going to be a very nice pick for us. I might even move him over to left tackle. He's so good. Actually, no, his pass blocking is not as good as my left tackle, so I think I'm going to keep it how it is there. And I think we're decent on the offensive line side. I might go offensive line once more, though, just in case it doesn't work out. Actually, no, the offensive line guy I wanted isn't there. This guy's decent. I mean, I'll take him just for maybe a little depth in case one of my guys doesn't work out. That's decent stats. They're not going to be the best stats, but they're decent. Let's go ahead and get... I think we have another third, if I'm correct. No, we don't. I thought I had a third. Oh, we have... Okay. What? This quarterback, what the hell? How is he still on the board? I might just draft him and then put him on the trade block. Because that's a pretty decent... It looks to be good. I'm actually curious to what's going on there. I'm going to make sure there's nobody I need as of right now. Is there any ends or defensive tackles that I am interested in? This guy's pretty decent. We did... never mind. We picked up a defensive tackle in the draft. So yeah, I'm going to take that quarterback. I'm quite curious as to why he has slipped so far down the board. He's going to be a 77 overall. I mean, yeah. A lot of teams passed up on him, and I'm probably just going to add him to the trade block because we already have Sam Darnold. So, moving to our 5th pick here. I don't know. Something just got caught in my throat. But yeah, moving to my 5th pick here. This is the last pick I'll show. Again, I just want to make that clear unless I find some kind of gem or something in the later rounds. So we drafted a kicker. So that's going to be it. I'll see you guys at the start of next season. Okay, back here for year 3 here. Our team is looking good. Sam Darnold has upgraded quite well for us. Bridges, I mean, running back is so questionable. Receivers are insanely good. Robbie Anderson, Quincy Enunwa, and then Porter coming into our 2nd year. Huge free agent acquisition, and Rob Gronkowski. We have all draft players on our offensive line, and we got some good ones in this draft. We got some good tackles to protect Darnold, so we should be able to deliver some more balls this year. So I like our offense. Defensively, we do have Leonard Williams. We picked up Sheldon Rankins in the free agency period. And then we drafted Hawkins, who's going to be really another Leonard Williams on this defensive line, which kind of makes it quite ferocious and scary. And then cornerback core is by far our weakest position. I mean, Tremaine Johnson just hasn't been productive for us. Steven Nelson has played well, so I signed him to an extension. Yeah, I still do need one of those elite cornerbacks. Safeties are still good. And then linebacking core is really good with Avery Williamson, Darren Lee. Jordan Jenkins is a good pass rusher. And then Yannick Ngakoue is going to be our best pure pass rusher by far on this team. So I have pretty big goals for this team in our 3rd year. I think Sam Darnold gets the Jets to the playoffs for the first time in a while. And I think we're going to make a statement here and win the division, but we'll see. I'll be back at mid-season. Okay, we're 2-5. Not sure how. God, that's super annoying, bro. I mean, it really is. I know it's got to do with randomness a little bit, but our team is quite good. I'm not sure. Not too sure what's going on here. We possibly could still win the division, only 2 games back, actually about 1.5 games back from the Pats. We could still maybe make the playoffs. I don't know, though. We have a pretty well team. What kind of players are we going to have to negotiate with here? Seeing Jamal Adams, that's a big one. Oh, wow, okay. So, this is going to be a lot of money. I definitely want to bring back Jamal Adams, Avery Williamson, Marcus May. I might let our Darius Stewart go because I do have a nice trio with receivers that I have now. Yeah, other than that, I'm not seeing a lot of people that I would like to bring back. Yeah, so I'm probably just going to stick with Marcus May, Avery Williamson, and then the elite Jamal Adams, which is going to take a lot of cap. Actually, Jamal Adams isn't asking for much. That's a pretty good deal on our end of this contract negotiation. Gosh dang, dude, no playoffs. I'm starting to think you actually need a super team to maybe do something. Because, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I just don't. I don't even know what to say here. We didn't make the playoffs. I mean, what's our record? 6-10. How? Gosh, that's annoying, bro. That's super tough. I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, we have a good team. Our offensive line isn't the best, but when you look at the weapons, we added Gronk. I mean, come on. Sam Darnold's upgrading very well. He's going to be to about an 83 overall after this. He has good accuracy ratings, and he's been putting up good numbers every year. So, why this is happening, I'm not too sure. Look at that. Almost a 95 short accuracy. Okay. Okay, bruh. Whatever you say there. I'm really hoping Bridges is able to develop into maybe our starting running back, but I can't wait too long. I'm going to have, if he didn't have a great production this year, I'm going to have to start looking elsewhere. I think Gordon Porter is going to finally upgrade into our #1 receiver over Robbie Anderson. Because if he gets up to this 86 overall, I'm going to have to put him at my #1 spot just because of how good he is. I mean, he gained a speed upgrade. I mean, he has great hands. And we're running that West Coast offense, so we do want those fast passes to be caught quite consistently. Finally, Tremaine Johnson is going to have an upgrade here. Did not know if that was ever going to happen, but he gets an upgrade. Steven Nelson has an upgrade. He's kind of a question mark for me, Steven Nelson is. I like the way he plays here. He's definitely going to be a sticky man coverage guy. Leonard Williams is going to have an upgrade. I wonder what my rookie right end did that I took with the first pick did. I mean left end, Hawkins. What did he get done? We'll check it out in the stats after we're done upgrading here. For awareness, a strength, I'll take that. Sheldon Rankins is going to get an upgrade. Let's go ahead and upgrade his run stopping ability a little bit. That's what I like to see. Jamal Adams with another upgrade. He's already up to a 93 overall, bro. He's gonna destroy your life if you try to run over near him. He's got monster hit power. Let's go ahead and get his speed rushing ability up a little bit for Jordan Jenkins. Darren Lee's upgraded, I'm pretty sure, at least once every year, if not more than once. And he's upgraded pretty decently. What's his zone coverage looking like? 62. He's turned into a pretty good overall player, I would have to say. Yannick Ngakoue probably had a monster year for us. Go ahead and upgrade his speed. What's his finesse up to? 94. Then Marcus May has an upgrade for the last one. Is he going to get scheme fit? No, he's not. No scheme fit for us, bro. Let's go ahead and check out these stats, though. We finished... Oh, my God. Someone won the division at 6-8-2? Yikes, bro. That's bad. I ain't ever seen that. So Sam Darnold had a little bit of a down year here in terms of touchdowns. 4,100 yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 57% completion rate rushing. Did not do great rushing the football. Receiving... Robbie Anderson led the team in receptions with 84, 893, 5 touchdowns. Gordon Porter, 79 receptions, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Quincy Enunwa, 76, 800 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then Rob Gronkowski here 68 receptions, 700 yards, 4 touchdowns. A lot of yards, not a lot of touchdowns. Blocking, how were we good here or bad? Our right tackle did allow a lot of sacks. Defensively, Avery Williamson led the team in tackles. Man, Steven Nelson's been up there in tackles. He can tackle. Darren Lee with 96. Jamal Adams was 93. What about sacks? 7 by Sheldon Rankins. 6.5 by Avery Williamson. 6.5 by Leonard Williams. 6 by Yannick Ngakoue. 4 by Hawkins, but he also had 9 tackles for loss. 1.5 by Jordan Jenkins, a little bit unimpressive there. 4 picks by Marcus May, 3 by Johnson, 2 by Steven Nelson. So our defense is doing their job. Just seems that our offense is not, and I'm not too sure what to do about that. Because we have a pretty good offense, so I'm not too sure what else we can do. Maybe upgrade the running back position, but let's go ahead and jump into free agency. Alright guys, so we're going to be here in free agency, and here's my negotiations. I'm going to offer McCaffrey a contract. Do want to start to upgrade that running back position. Not getting a lot of, payback from that draft pick I drafted there. So looking to get McCaffrey, who's a 92 overall. Then Desmond King, just to shore up my cornerback core a little bit. As you can see, Allen Robinson's available, but I have some pretty good receivers. So I'm not really in any need of a lot of these players here. I have a pretty complete team. Do need a little offensive line help. But other than that, I mean, defensively, we're quite good. So yeah, I couldn't find much. Let's go ahead and see if these players are going to accept, though. And if they accept, that's going to be pretty big heading into year 4. And they both accept it. So we're going to have Desmond King and McCaffrey now added to the mix. And we're starting to get up there in just pure super freaking talent here. So let's go ahead and get into the draft. I don't know if I'm going to show the draft this year. I'll probably just show the first few picks, because I think I have a decently high pick. So we'll see what happens there. And I'll see you guys. We're doing a little draft recap here. I did not show the full draft because once we get into the later drafts, there's not a lot of positions I need. Only probably 2 players out of this whole draft is going to actually have a starting spot. So starting with this middle linebacker, Marquise Holmes here. He's going to probably take Darren Lee's spot. He's not going to be as fast, but he's going to be a more reliable tackler. And he's going to have a lot better zone coverage. And I think he's just going to be a better overall player. And he has decent hit power. This left tackle is actually a very nice pick. Doesn't say in the overall, but he has 90 strength. He's an agile lineman. He has decent overall stats for blocking, especially for the pass. Yeah, I like him. I think I'm going to start him instead of my left tackle. We took a left guard. I took a pretty good right guard who actually has decent strength. As you can see here, I don't know if he will replace my right guard or not. We'll have to go through and check it out before the start of Season 4. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we are going to be at the start of year 4 here, and it's not looking great because we have yet to have a winning record or even an even record. Our team is quite good though. Sam Darnold's upgraded really good. He hasn't passed for under 4,000 yards, so he's passed for 4,000 or more, so that's very nice. Robbie Anderson is going to take a step back here, and Porter is going to take that #1 role. Robbie Anderson just hasn't impressed me. He might, though, from this #2 position with the speed he has. Anunwa's going to stay in the slot, and I'm going to actually move him to my slot receiver because he's very good after the catch. Offensive line is still a work in progress. They're just not upgrading. I've had the same guys for a few years now. They're just not upgrading. The left tackle I did draft, I moved to center. I think that'll suit him a little better. Defensively, we're good. We picked up Desmond King. Steven Nelson here, I mean, it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. I feel like Tremaine Johnson is going to shine from the slot because he's not the speediest cornerback. He can tackle. So I feel like the slot is going to suit him a little bit better. Defensive line is quite good with Leonard Williams, Sheldon Rankins, and then Hawkins. He's upgrading well. Safeties are very good. Linebacking core is also very good with Yannick Ngakoue, Avery Williamson, our draft pick Holmes, and then Jordan Jenkins. we have a very formidable defense, so I'd be shocked if we're not able to make the playoffs this year. That's what I'm going to set the season goal for in year 4. Hopefully we can make the playoffs. I'm really hoping we can this year, but we will see what happens. So we're back here at mid-season and checking out our record. We're 5-3. Okay, I'll accept that for sure. 5-3. Finally, we're doing something here, but this is a big year, bro. We're going to have to re-sign Sam Darnold. He's going to want probably a monster contract, and to be honest, he kind of deserves it after the stats he's put up. Other than that, I guess not a lot of people, so thankfully for us, we are not going to have to resign a lot of these guys here. We're just going to be able to have to bring back Sam Darnold. Let's go ahead and see if we can just get this done right here. I'm actually going to give him a 5-year contract. That's a little thing I do, so it doesn't hit you as much in the cap spot. And Sam Darnold accepts it, so there we go. The only player we're going to re-sign comes back. So let's go ahead and see if we end up making the playoffs this year. Woo! Finally, we made the playoffs, boys. We are in here with the 9-7 record. We're facing Jacksonville, though. That's a nightmare matchup. Jesus. Throwing us straight to the dogs, are they? Let's go ahead and upgrade here. Sam Darnold, a nice 84 overall. I mean, to be honest, I feel like he should be a little bit higher because look at his accuracy ratings. Those are pretty substantial. McCaffrey here has an upgrade. Let's go ahead and upgrade his elusiveness ability. I wonder what type of year we had here. I believe, yeah, we went 9-7. Not the best, but excuse me. But it'll get us in the playoffs, I guess. Okay, so Gordon Porter here is borderline elite here. He kind of, I mean, I don't know. I can't even think of somebody he reminds me of. Like, he has such good hands. He's not great at deep route running, but, I mean, he's freaking insane. Wait, what was he ranked? I had to see that again. Wow, he's the 26th ranked wide receiver. That's a little out of hand. Really? He's only the 26th ranked? I'm kind of curious to see what Robbie Anderson had here, moving to the number 2 position. What type of a year did he have for us? Offensive line has a few upgrades. That's always nice to see. Love to upgrade them. I just don't feel like they get enough upgrades, if I'm being honest here. Because offensive line is super important. I can definitely tell a difference. Like right now I have a decent offensive line and we made the playoffs. I feel like the offensive line has a huge impact on the game. It has to. Go ahead and upgrade speed rusher here for Hawkins. Ooh, 2 finesse. Man, only 2 finesse move. That's not the best. Steven Nelson coming up with another upgrade point here. So yeah, I'm hoping that I mean, I don't know. If we don't win the Super Bowl this year, I'm not too sure what we're going to need. Maybe a little bit more cornerback help. Receivers we should be set on. Desmond King here up to an 88 overall. That's a very nice rating there. He's got great stats. Not the best speed, but it'll get the job done. Our rookie middle linebacker I seen had 3 upgrade points. Holmes. Marquise Holmes has 3. He must have had a monster year. Him and Avery Williamson should make a fearsome duo together. Alright, we're getting a lot of upgrades with him. I wish when you upgrade a skill, it would just upgrade that, though. That's what, like, I'll show you what I'm talking about here at this last upgrade. Like, if I upgrade Speed Rusher, or if say if I upgrade Run Stopper, sometimes it'll upgrade the overall of Speed Rusher, so I can just never get a scheme fit. It's super irritating, because when you're trying to chase that scheme fit, it's just so tough. It really is. That's one of my biggest issues with that. Oh my, Ngakoue is a monster. So we won the division at 9-7. Let's go ahead and check out our stats here. Sam Darnold, good season. About 4,100 yards, 31 touchdowns, 9 picks, 60% completion rating. Would like to get that rating up a little bit. I mean, that completion percentage up a little bit, but that's That's still a pretty good year for him rushing the ball. McCaffrey finally have a 1,000-yard rusher, over 1,000, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Monster year by McCaffrey. Robbie Anderson leads the team with receptions. He has 105 receptions for 978 yards, 4 touchdowns. Gordon Porter moving into that #1 receiving spot. 76 receptions, 800 yards, 7 touchdowns. Quincy Enunwa, 70 receptions, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Gronkowski, 68 receptions, 700 yards, 5 touchdowns. McCaffrey doing work too. I would love to see Gronkowski a little bit more utilized, to be honest. I feel like he can put up a lot better numbers than that. I just don't know if we're probably targeting him that much. Wow, we actually did allow quite a few sacks this year, which definitely is concerning there. Defensively, Avery Williamson leads the team in tackles with 102. Steven Nelson is up there again, bro. He keeps on making some tackles. The rookie Holmes up there with 88. What about sacks? 11 by Ngakoue, 7 by Hawkins. Sheldon Rankins with 6. Marquise Holmes with 5.5. Leonard Williams, 5. We can get to the quarterback, that's for sure. Desmond King, our free agent acquisition, coming in with 4 interceptions. Jamal Adams with 3. Nelson with 2. Okay. So that's going to be what our stats are for the year. Let's go ahead and hop into this playoff game where we're going to be taking on the Jags. And we're going to be able to play at MetLife Stadium. Let's see if we can get it done. In the playoffs for the first time, we're taking on Jacksonville. I'm a little worried. They always seem to be a juggernaut in the sim for some reason. Is it still a glitch where we can't run the ball? I think it is. Look, we're just passing it. God, why can't we run it? Look, only passes. It's like, what the hell? I don't know what to do, man. I don't. It's just so frustrating. Only pass the ball, bro. I don't get it. Don't get it. We're going to get destroyed. Did we run it there finally? Is that the first run we've ever had? I mean, my goodness. Why are we running the ball now? Oh my God. We ran the ball when we were down. Okay. Let me go ahead and take a look what happened here. My first concern, yeah, we passed it 51 times. I don't think we rushed it. Yeah, Sam Darnold ran it. That's the only person that ran it. Oh my God, dude. So, I don't know. I just don't know. Our running back never runs. It just doesn't happen for us. I really, that's kind of shocking to me. We just only pass the ball. I'm not sure what to do about that. That's a tough one. I mean, it's a glitch I've ran into, and it's definitely holding us back. Don't know if you guys have any tips. Please let me know, but I guess we'll just head into free agency for the last year. Alright, so we're going to be back here in free agency, so I am going to offer Davante Adams a contract here. Would love, I guess, to add him. I mean, we're just going to have to add a little bit of firepower here to try to make a run postseason for our last year. I know Marcus May has been our safety for a while, but I do want to add Harrison Smith, the elite one, you know, just to see if it can give us a little push. And then Mike Hughes here. That would be a great man-to-man cornerback for us. So let's go ahead and see if they accept it. This is basically all my caps, so I'm hoping they do. And Mike Hughes accepts, and so does Davante Adams. So that's going to be a massive increase to our production, I do believe, on offense. So I am not going to show the whole draft. I'm just going to show the draft recap because there's not much I'm going to actually need to draft going into year 5. But I'll still show the recap, so let's go ahead and get into that. So doing a quick draft recap here, I did not find anybody that's actually going to start for me. Like I said, just got a little bit of depth here, maybe a running back, a left tackle. Nothing too much here heading into year 5. I'm hoping we are going to be able to make the playoffs though. But let's go ahead and see what happens going into year 5. Alright, we are going to be here in year 5 and We have a good team. Sam Darnold is an 85 overall. We have McCaffrey. Offensive line is definitely questionable, all right? But we have Davante Adams. We have Porter, who's borderline elite. Davante Adams is elite. We have Robbie Anderson, who's borderline elite. Gronk, who is elite. Defensively, though, we are quite good. Picking up Harrison Smith here, Jamal Adams, Yannick Ngakoue, Avery Williamson, Holmes, Jordan Jenkins. Our maybe cornerback could be a weak spot, but it's pretty decent with Desmond King, Mike Hughes, Steven Nelson. Defensive line is really good. This team is it's going to be good. This is what my specialist is looking like here. Let's go ahead and set our season goal because it is Super Bowl or bust. That's the time we're at here. We're nearing the end of this rebuild. Can we make it to a Super Bowl with New York? Let's go ahead and see. I'm going to simulate to the end of the year and we'll see what happens here. Alright, as you can see here, we are simulating through the weeks. What is going to happen here? Week 17, do we make the playoffs? We make it with a 9-7 record, barely. And look at week 17. Well, you guys can't see it. We just got beat by Cincinnati. That's a tough one. Let's go ahead and do our upgrades like you know we do before we head into this game. Potentially the final game of the rebuild. We'll see what's going to happen. I am scared for sure. I would love to be able to make the playoffs. Porter here with 4 upgrade points. And that's massive. That is freaking huge. He's going to be elite heading into this game. This is our year, bro. This is our year for the Super Bowl. I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. We're going to be a 93 overall. Heading into the playoffs here. Robbie Anderson with not an upgrade point, surprisingly. A few offensive linemen have an upgrade point here and there. Just going to upgrade the pass protect for my left tackle. And then we have an upgrade for our center. I'm not going to worry about the fullback upgrade. Not too sure if that's important or not. Let's go to defense here. Hawkins with 2 upgrade points. That's going to be a pretty big upgrade there for him. He's going to hit that 85 overall range, I would say. I wonder what kind of stats we had this year. I would expect it to be decent. Mike Hughes is going to have an upgrade point. He's going to have to play well in the playoffs if we're going to get through anybody here. And, I mean, Cincinnati is 12-4. Somehow they have to play in the wild card. They're 12-4 and they're playing in the wild card, bro. I'd be heated if I had to. With that kind of a record. So they either did not have the best record out of the AFC, 2 of them, or they just didn't win their division. I'm going to go with they didn't win their division, probably. Alright, Holmes is upgrading well, and then Yannick Ngakoue is going to have an upgrade point. Alright, so now that we're all finished with that, we actually won the division barely. Let's go ahead and check out our stats. We finished with 4,400 yards, 32 touchdowns, 6 picks, 62% completion rate. McCaffrey, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Receiving the ball, 103 receptions by Porter, 1,000 yards, 10 TDs. Davante Adams, 80 receptions, 746 yards, 8 touchdowns. Anderson putting up monster numbers from the slot. Gronk did all right. What about blocking here? Still allowing a lot of sacks, which is definitely disappointing. Defensively, Desmond King with 109 tackles. Avery Williamson with 105. Jamal Adams with 85. And what are we looking like for sacks? 11 by Sheldon Rankins. 10 by Yannick Ngakoue. Leonard Williams with 8.5. Interceptions, 3 by Hughes, 2 by King, 2 by Jamal Adams, and 2 by Steven Nelson. So, we are looking good on this team. I mean, Cincinnati, we'll see what happens. We're going into this game here. Let's see if we can take out Cincinnati. We're actually going to get to play them at home because I guess they didn't win their division. So, we're going to get a home game here in the wild card round. Let's go ahead and see what Cincinnati's going to bring to the table. All right, so we're going to be in the playoffs here against Cincinnati. They are going to be let out by Deshaun Watson, though, which is definitely scary here. Red zone alert. I think I fixed the running bug. The bug was I actually had my own playbook I used for Seattle, my Seahawks franchise, activated. So I think that's why we were not able to run the ball, which is definitely quite embarrassing, to be honest. As you can see the difference, well, actually, Cincinnati is still driving, but we're able to move the ball a lot more fluidly now. I guess I just did not have that many running plays in my playbook, but we're moving now. Oh, and we go up on Cincinnati. They score, though. Can we move the ball? Huge play on offense. Can we get into the end zone? If we can, it's likely over. Ooh, they still got a chance, though. They just need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Are they going to get it? 4th down. They score and tie it. Oh, what a letdown that is. But we win it with a field goal. Oh, man. We do Cincinnati dirty. We get them with a field goal. Sam Darnold outduels Deshaun Watson. And we're going to move on in the playoffs. Huge game. As you can see here, the rushing was fixed. McCaffrey had a big game. Gosh, I'm so glad I figured out how to fix that. So that is going to be the wild card game. We're still going to have to go through some people, though, to make it to the Super Bowl. But we're going to move on to the divisional round. Let's go ahead and see who we're going to be playing. Oh, shit. We're going to be taking on Cleveland. So we're going to have to play 2 divisions right there, I guess. I mean, 1 division, Cincinnati, and then the Browns. So we're going to be playing the AFC North pretty much in the playoffs. And they finished 14-2. That's tough, bro. We're going to go ahead and see, though, if we're going to be able to take out Cleveland. Let's see if we can. Year 5 here, playoffs. Let's see what happens, bro. We made it past Cincinnati. Can we beat Cleveland? 14-2. We're going to be playing at their house. So let's go ahead and see. And we're going to go up 10-0 early over them. They're driving down the field, though. They hit a field goal. They got the ball back. Oh, gosh. I am super scared. Please. We got the ball back. Come on. Oh, we go up over them, but they score very quickly. And they're driving down the field again, and they take the lead. They have the ball back. What is happening, bro? We kick a field goal, which I don't think is going to be enough. And they score. We have to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Red zone alert. 4th down. Oh, we do not get the 2-point conversion, though. Please? Please, are we going to win it here? No. Cleveland wins it. Another L in the fucking playoffs, bro. Jesus. Well, at least I fixed the running bug. You know, at least I fixed the running bug. That's a tough one, though. We're going to take an L to Baker Mayfield. So Baker outduels Sam Darnold. Shit. That's a rough one, bro. That is rough. I thought we had that. We had a super team emerging from the Jets. But we're going to take the L there, and I guess I'll accept it, all right? Well, I guess I have to. But if you guys did enjoy this series or you're enjoying the rebuild series, make sure you hit that sub button, all right? I'll appreciate it. And please, if you enjoyed, also share the video. I will greatly appreciate that as well. And I will see you guys next rebuild. Make sure you leave down in the comments what rebuild you want to see next. And whoever leaves the rebuild that I haven't done next, I will shout you out at the beginning of the video. So make sure you do that. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.